Empire's hunting Jedi survivors. Cal, they know who you are.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order blasted its way onto the scene in 2019 and took the galaxy by storm, giving Star Wars fans a proper campaign with an original, canonical story, new characters, and of course, plenty of lightsaber action and force-wielding abilities that would make even the most seasoned Star Wars vet giddy. With a sequel on the way from Respawn, it's time to catch up on Cal Kestis' first proper adventure. So, grab a tall glass of blue milk and let's make the jump to hyperspace as we recap the story of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order so far.
It's the choice to keep fighting that makes us who we are.
Set 5 years after the Clone Wars, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order falls between Episode 3 and Episode 4 and explores a dark era for the Jedi leading up to A New Hope. The Jedi Order was in shambles following Emperor Palpatine's Order 66, which saw the Jedi hunted down and killed by the Galactic Empire after being declared traitors. Any surviving Jedi went into hiding for fear of their lives. Jedi Fallen Order introduces one such figure hoping to live under the radar, Cal Kestis, a former Jedi Padawan who made a living scrapping old Clone Wars era ships with his friend Prof on the planet Bracca. As the scrapyard was under close watch by the Empire, Cal kept his Force abilities secret, even from his closest friend. After Prof nearly fell to his death during a scrapping accident though, Cal was forced to, use the Force to save his friend.
We need to be careful. Yeah.
However, a probe droid witnessed the incident and blew Cal's cover as a Jedi in hiding. 2 Inquisitors were sent to take down Cal, the Second Sister and the Ninth Sister. Inquisitors were an elite group of Force-sensitive agents trained by Darth Vader himself to seek out and eliminate the remaining Jedi in the galaxy, first introduced in the animated series Star Wars Rebels. Prof claimed that he was actually the Jedi.
I think it's time someone came forward.
For which he was promptly stabbed in the chest with the Second Sister's lightsaber.
No!
Cal responded by brandishing his own lightsaber and revealing himself to the Empire. Cal attempted to flee but came face to face with the Second Sister for a quick duel before a small starship surprisingly appeared to rescue Cal. Aboard the starship, the Stinger Mantis, he met Seer Junda, a former Jedi who knew Cal's Jedi Master, Jaro Tapal, and Grease Dritus, captain of said starship.
You too? Anybody else?
Oh, we're not good enough for you?
The 3 traveled to Bogano, which remained secret from the Empire, and was home to an ancient vault that allegedly held an artifact to help restore the Jedi Order. While exploring Bogano, Cal befriended the adorable little droid BD-1, who helped him reach and enter the vault.
The vault? Yeah, that's where I was headed to.
Inside, BD-1 projected a secret encrypted message from Jedi Master Eno Cordova, who envisioned the fall of the Jedi while meditating inside the vault long ago. He hid a holocron there containing the names and locations of all known Force-sensitive children to preserve the last remaining Jedi. But to gain access, someone would need to undergo a series of tests, the first of which was getting inside the vault.
I can only trust this holocron to someone who has followed my path and understands.
So, mission accomplished there. These tests next took Cal to Zepho, the homeworld of the ancient race that built the vault, where he would need to seek out the tombs of 3 Zepho sages. But their arrival is met with some resistance from the Empire on Cal's way to the first tomb of Elrom. Once inside, he learned Cordova had a Wookiee friend named Tarful who might help them on their adventure, so they paused the tomb raiding to head to Kashyyyk. Throughout all this planet hopping, Seer both revealed that Cordova was her master and that she had a Padawan, Trilla, with whom she was captured during the Jedi Purge.
When the Purge started, and our clone troops turned against us, my Padawan and I took several younglings and we went into hiding, but we didn't last long.
Tortured and interrogated to give up Cordova's location, she remained vigilant. Eventually, Seer escaped from the Empire, but sadly, her Padawan Trilla didn't make it. The crew eventually arrived on Kashyyyk only to find it under heavy attack by the Empire. Cal and BD-1 fought their way through reinforcements only to discover a heavily armed refinery where the Empire imprisoned dozens of Wookiees.
Hey, we're here to free you. You're not alone.
Cal's efforts freeing those Wookiees led him to Saw Gerrera, the famous resistance fighter during the Clone Wars era, who also played a major role in Rogue One. Gerrera asked Cal to join the resistance to help take down the Empire and free other hostages across the galaxy, but he politely declined. He has a Wookiee to find after all. Unfortunately, Tarful was nowhere to be found, but Gerrera's crew vowed to help him track down the Wookiee leader.
Choyyssyk says he'll do whatever he can to find Tarful and vouch for you.
Do you think he's still alive?
Have faith, Cal. We'll be in touch with your ship. for the cause.
While that line of investigation temporarily ran dry, the Mantis crew returned to Zeffo after learning the Empire was close to uncovering another Sage tomb. Just as he reached the tomb of Mictril, Cal ran into the second sister once again, who, after a short battle, revealed herself to be Trilla, Cere's former Padawan.
She betrayed me.
You were Trilla.
Trilla explained that Cere turned her over to the Empire in exchange for her own life and warned Cal the same fate awaited him if he continued working with her to track down the holocron. The two parted ways, and after further investigation, BD-1 revealed another convenient transmission from Eno Cordova, stating a Force wielder must obtain a Zeffo Astrium to perceive the mysteries of the vault on Bogano. While trying to leave the planet, a mysterious crime syndicate known as the Haxian Brood ambushed and captured Cal.
BD-1? Little buddy, where are you?
He escaped his cell and freed BD-1, but must ultimately compete in a gladiatorial-style event arranged by the Brood's leader, Sork Tormo.
We have a special challenger for you tonight. An enforcer from a bygone era.
Before things got too out of hand, Cere and Grease rescued Cal and BD so their group could get back on track. Soon after, they received a transmission from the Resistance group back on Kashyyyk who claimed to have located Tarful, but warned the planet was retaken by the Empire. Cal made his way through the forests of Kashyyyk and eventually met with Tarful, who informed him that he would find the answers about the Astrium's location at the top of the origin tree. At its peak, he saw another transmission from Eno Cordova, who stated the Astrium could be found within a Zeffo tomb on Dathomir. Just before Cal could leave, the Ninth Sister arrived to stop him in his tracks. But one lightsaber duel later, Cal walked away victorious and finally headed to Dathomir.
You can't stop the Empire!
I can stop you.
As he searched for Kujet's tomb, he encountered Night Sister Merrin, member of a magic-wielding coven thought to have been wiped out during the Clone War-era Battle of Dathomir just 6 years before. With a deep hatred for Jedi coursing through her veins, the Night Sister summoned waves of Night Brothers to distract Cal while she fled. His continued search caused him to cross paths with a mysterious hooded figure who identified Cal as the Jedi almost immediately.
Who are you?
No one to fear. Just a traveler.
He explained the Night Sister and her warriors were seduced by a dark power within the nearby Zeffo ruins and warned Cal not to enter lest he suffer the same fate. That didn't scare Cal one bit though, as he ventured into the ruins and found Kujet's tomb. Just inside, Cal felt a dark presence and began experiencing a gruesome memory from his days as a young Padawan. The moment Order 66 was enacted and Jaro Tapal both died and granted him his lightsaber.
Trust only in the Force.
Yes, Master.
As Cal returned to the present, he faced the spirit of his former master, and the two dueled, with Cal stabbing him in the chest out of anger. In this moment, the Kyber crystal in Cal's lightsaber shattered, leaving him without a working weapon. On his way out of the tomb, the mysterious hooded wanderer revealed himself to be the former Jedi Terran Malicos. After Order 66, Malicos took shelter on Dathomir and ultimately embraced the dark side.
They will consume us if we do not stand with each other.
His attempt to have Cal join him failed, as Night Sister Merrin interrupted the two and attacked after feeling betrayed by Malicos for befriending a Jedi. Amid the chaos, Cal escaped to the Mantis and explained to Cere what happened inside the temple, showing her his broken lightsaber while expressing his guilt for not saving his former master during the Purge.
Master T'Pol, I saw the day he died. I saw what I did.
Cere reassured him and encouraged him to travel to the sacred planet of Illum to obtain a new Kyber crystal and build a new lightsaber. Deep inside one of the caves of Illum, Cal found a new Kyber crystal and received another message from Eno Cordova, renewing his conviction to complete his quest. He also learned BD-1's memories were wiped by Cordova to encrypt the secrets of the Bogano Vault. Cal successfully crafted his new lightsaber and returned to the Mantis. With his new weapon in hand, Cal and crew headed back to Dathomir and Kujet's tomb, in which Cal ran into Night Sister Merrin once more, and the two reconciled their differences.
I'll be watching.
Let's get out of here.
The timing couldn't be better, because as Cal continued exploring, Malicos tried to have him join the dark side one last time. Cal's refusal led to a fight, but Merrin stepped in to assist Cal in both stopping this fallen Jedi and finding the Astrium. Merrin even agreed to join Cal on the rest of his journey, and Cere and Grease begrudgingly accepted her aboard the Mantis. With the Astrium finally in hand, the crew returned to Bogano only to find it crawling with Imperial forces. Cal eventually reached the holocron, but Trilla ambushed him for yet another duel.
Had a bad feeling I'd see you here.
Oh? How uncharacteristically prescient of you.
This time though, Cal saw a vision of her final days as a Padawan, followed by the moment she became an Inquisitor while Cere was still being tortured by the Empire. Trilla used this opportunity to make off with the holocron with Cal stuck viewing her past.
Careful with that thing. It's been through hell.
That past informs the present as Cal spoke with Cere about what happened with Trilla. She finally accepted responsibility, became Jedi Master once again, and inducted Cal as a Jedi Knight before the team headed to the Fortress Inquisitorius to reclaim the holocron and stop Trilla in her tracks. Cal fought his way through the fortress until he found Trilla in the interrogation chamber where Cere was tortured by the Empire many years ago. The two dueled once again, Cal won and retrieved the holocron, and Cere apologized for failing Trilla all those years ago.
I failed you. And I am so very sorry.
Balance seemed to finally be restored for the group until Darth Vader showed up and killed Trilla for her failure, throwing Cere over the edge of a platform.
You would be wise to surrender.
Vader encouraged Cal to surrender, but he tried to avenge his new master by charging the Dark Lord of the Sith head on. Vader immediately overpowered the young Jedi and began tearing the room apart, forcing Cal to flee. The two eventually clashed again, but this time Cere, briefly giving into the dark side of the Force, brought Vader to his knees. With the area crumbling around them, the Jedi fled and were saved by Merrin after a daring escape. With the holocron finally in hand, Cal accessed the entire list of Force-sensitive children they had been searching for.
The next generation of Jedi.
The Empire will be after him.
Knowing that the Empire would hunt down every last child once made aware of their location, Cal decided to destroy the holocron and leave each child's fate to be determined by the Force. Afterwards, Cal uttered one final line to his crew.
So where to now?
We don't yet know where the crew heads next, but hopefully we will get an answer soon, as a Jedi Fallen Order sequel is officially in development over at Respawn Entertainment. While we don't know what's in store for the new Jedi Knight, we're eager to see where his next adventure takes him in a galaxy far, far away. For more Star Wars, check out our rankings of the 10 best Star Wars video games of all time, or our review of the recent LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. And for everything else, you're already in the right place, IGN.
Whatever you do, don't reach within.